Hi, first graders. Today we'll be reading chapters 15 and 16 of Rosie, Revere. Let's get started. Chapter 15. Rosie set the paint to Palooza and helped June into the gloves. Are they okay? Asked Rosie. They're weird, but okay, said June. I'm ready to paint. June stood in front of the blank canvas. This is the exciting part, she said. I love brainstorming. Me too, said Rosie. June stepped onto the footpath. Rosie, Ada, and Iggy watched nervously. The ruckus riveters held their breath. Pump, pump, pump. Nothing happened. Pump, pump, pump. Nothing. Pump, pump. Rosie's heart sank. Pump. Suddenly, paint snaked through the tubes. The paint of Palooza worked. The riveters cheered and clapped. June gently tapped the red button with her shoe. A glob of red paint squirted onto the red brush. She made a smooth, even stroke on the canvas. June pushed the blue button, and a glob of blue paint squeezed onto the blue paintbrush. She dabbed it onto the canvas and began to paint. The paint of Palooza was working beautifully, and June was smiling. Then she wasn't. Chapter 16. Ouch, she cried. What happened? Asked Rosie. My arm is sore, said June. She reached up again. Ow, she said. Maybe I should rest. She tried again a few minutes later. Oh dear, she said. My arms are too weak. Rosie's heart sank. June smiled kindly at her. Rosie, she said, I want you to finish the painting. Rosie shook her head. If anyone but June painted, she would be out of the contest. Rosie, said June softly, I want you to paint. Truly. Rosie looked at June's face and knew she meant it. I'm sorry it was too heavy, said Rosie. The paint of Palooza was perfect, said June. I will use it to paint my kitchen when my arms are stronger. She laughed out loud, and Rosie smiled. Rosie tightened her headscarf. She picked up the left glove, and boom! An idea hit Rosie's brain like thunder. And what an idea. She took off the paint glove and handed it to Aunt Rose. Don't let anyone touch that canvas, she said. I'll be right back. And with that, Rosie ran down the street and was gone. I wonder what Rosie's going to get. Because chapter 15 was so short, there's only one page. I'll sneak in another one. Chapter 17. Rosie ran down Milk Lane past Wells Drive to Rain Street with Gizmo zooming behind her. She stopped to catch her breath. Then she went to Miss Lou's house. Rosie climbed the porch steps. Then she took another deep breath. She was nervous. She knew how to help June, but she needed Miss Lou's help. What if Miss Lou said no? Rosie wished she was back at the library with Ada and Iggy and the Riveters. She almost turned around to leave. But then she thought about June. She had promised to do her part. Rosie had to be brave. You can do it, Rosie said to herself. Gizmo perched on Rosie's shoulder and chirped. I know, said Rosie. She rang the doorbell. Rosie waited. No answer. She rang again. No answer. She knocked loudly. Hello, she said. Miss Lou? Silence. Rosie's heart sank. She turned away from the door. Suddenly, Gizmo flew in front of her. She flapped her wings furiously and looped the loop, blocking Rosie's way to leave. What's wrong? Asked Rosie. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Stop it, Gizmo, said Rosie. Chirp, chirp. Crackle. Rosie heard a strange noise behind her. Crackle. Hello, said a faint, scratchy voice. It came from a box in the corner of the porch. Rosie looked into the box. Hello, she said, and Purple Metal Goose looked back at her with goofy eyes. Crackle. Stay there, she said. It came from the Metal Goose. Rosie leaned closer. Just then, the door opened. Miss Lou stepped outside. She held a strange walkie-talkie handset. Sorry, she said, my goosey-talkie is not working. She pushed the button on the back of the goose. She clicked a button on her headset. The goose beak snapped open. Crack! Hello? Hello? Miss Lou spoke into her headset, and the voice came out of the goose's mouth. That's more like it. She tossed the headset into the box and smiled. Hello, Rosie. Glad to see you. Rosie was shocked. Miss Lou was so friendly. Rosie thought about how Miss Lou had shut the curtains on her, and how she had sneaked like a shadow in the garden. Rosie looked at her neighbor and felt more nervous than ever. She said. Yes, asked Miss Lou. Rosie took another deep breath and remembered why she was there. I need your help, she said. Miss Lou smiled. I thought you never ask. All right, first grade. We read 3 chapters today, 15, 16, and 17. Check back tomorrow for chapter 18, and we will figure out why Rosie needed Mrs. Lou's help. Bye.